Hi, I'm David. I own and operate Country Whatnot Gardens here in northern Indiana, just outside of Rochester, Indiana, which is an hour south of the Michigan state line. I grow 25 different species and varieties of bamboo. Behind me is a bamboo from Honshu, Japan, Mount Hiba specifically. And its name is Hibanobambusa tranquillans Shiroshima. And Hibanobambusa is thought to be a naturally occurring hybrid uh, genus between two other genera of a timber species and a ground cover species. Henan, the gray bamboo, and Sasavecii, the smaller ground cover bamboo that has the pseudo variegation tan around the edges of the leaves in the fall. But this bamboo has true variegation, and it's quite striking, and it's actually even more striking in the spring. But I wanted to show you its variegation before it turns tan for the winter, because we're now in January and it will be turning tan before too long. Down south it would keep this color year-round throughout the winter, but up this far north it turns tan, something like a maiden grass or a miscanthus, how it dies to the ground every winter and then reemerges in the spring with new shoots. And this bamboo is something that's just really showy. It's one of my favorites. I like the variegation. In the spring, the variegation is even stronger. It's a bright white cream color, and the new shoots that are tipped with pink in the sun, and it looks very, very striking. This bamboo does spread a little bit. It's not an aggressive spreader. As you can see here, it only gets between 5 and barely 6 feet tall. It's a little bit taller than me, some of it. Most of it is in the 4 to 5 foot range. So it doesn't spread real fast this far north because, again, our rule of thumb for spreading bamboo is that it spreads from the bottom of the grove down there, the outside perimeter, out as far across the ground as the tallest culm is high. So it only grows about 5 feet or so this far north out from the edge of the grove, and within that swath you'll get new shoots every spring. You just mow them off when they're young and tender with the lawnmower, and that keeps it at bay. You'll continuously get shoots within that swath, but they won't go beyond that distance. And it's quite a worthwhile bamboo growing up here, I think, even though it does top kill in the winter, just for the interest, the variegation during the season and even this far into winter. It's quite striking if you have red plants that you can combine with it. I have some red peonies over on the other side of the grove that come up in the spring that look really, really great with this variegation, especially being lighter in the spring. It's even a greater contrast than what it would be now if they were up. But it's one of my favorites. Hibanobambusa, being a naturally occurring hybrid genus, is actually termed nothogenous, from the Greek nothos, which means illegitimate. I don't know how much I can get away with saying for the literal translation on YouTube for the algorithm without getting deplatformed. But the literal translation of that Greek word is something you can look up on Google. But the nothogenous is the actual scientific term for the genus Hibanobambusa. And if we go over here, you can see kind of how big this patch is. It's about 15 years old. If I step back further, maybe you can see more of it. There we go. All right, there it is. It's a decent sized patch. It is, I would say, maybe 15 by 30, I'm guessing, right off the top of my head. But it goes down this way, and we have a path right through it, and then it's on either side. On this side, we have it combined with both Shimpaku junipers and Junipers procumbens nana, the dwarf Japanese garden juniper. You can see the Shimpaku taller up there, and then the Hibanobambusa coming up through them. And it looks quite striking because you have the blue-green color of the nana juniper, the deeper green of the Shimpaku, combined with the cream color of the Hibanobambusa. And it's a nice arrangement in the landscape that lasts, well, the junipers of course last all winter long. They never turn color. You don't want a juniper to turn color. If it turns color, it's bad news for a juniper, right? But the Hibanobambusa will be turning tan before too long, and I wanted to get this video of it made before it does. I suspect this winter storm that's been forecasted for us, that's supposed to get pretty decently cold with 60-mile-an-hour wind. Hopefully we don't get that. But if we do, I suspect that will be the weather that turns a lot of the more sensitive bamboo tan. Your Hibanobambusas, your Pseudosasas, and there's one of the Orosicata clones that's more tender. We'll touch on it in another video. It's pretty unique. But I'll leave you with this beautiful variegation of the Hibanobambusa. And thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And hope you join us for another video. Have a great day. Bye.